Hi, my name's Tiffany Crosara and I am here with this month's AstroTarotChannel. So what we have this month is interesting because we have quite a slow energy really, and I just wanted to say before we look at the tarot that really the message is behind that, and the message is very much about peace. And it seems that we have been conditioned to see slowness as a bad thing. We have to feel as if we're moving ahead at the rate of knots to be able to feel successful or good. And actually, this month is giving us an opportunity for a new way to feel good, and that is to be okay with the slowness. In fact, it's about honouring it and validating it and seeing it not as stuckness or things going slow, but as actually the beginning of peace. So if we can raise that vibration in ourselves to see this as an opportunity for peace instead of feeling stuck, then you will be doing yourself and the world the biggest justice you can this month. So with no further ado, let's move on over to the tarot.
Okay, so we're starting this month with the King of Wands, the Nine of Swords and postponement. What's really interesting is that last month we started with Justice, the Nine of Swords and transformation. So we can see some similar themes here. We can see that the Nine of Swords hasn't moved at all at the moment. This indicates that the justice system and the leaders, as indicated by the King of Wands here, is still pretty much under attack at the moment. And the postponement card would actually suggest that the transformation that we saw last month is undergoing some type of postponement. Well, Mercury was retrograde for the majority of last month. And so, it is going direct now. So things like communications should start to go forward. But I just feel as if they're going to be going forward slowly. This part here is relating in particular to the stock market. You can see here with the Three of Wands shows things about imports and exports and general trading. Is coming under the spotlight. But the next card that you've got is another Four, and fours are very stuck energies. So this just shows a complete slump, as you can see there. And just to basically reaffirm that message, we have here slowing down. It is moving, but it's just moving very, very slowly. This to me feels like we're now looking at the youth of today with everything that happened last month with the looting and the riots being pictured here, particularly the looting there. And this here, the Fool is talking about the children. The Fool is the child of the tarot. So here you can see that, what the children of today were doing, really. The generation of today, not everyone, of course, but it's coming up as why. What's behind this? And you see this here? It's talking about abundance, yeah? And everybody's right to feel like they can be fulfilled. And we're not just talking on the monetary factor, we're talking about personal fulfillment and satisfaction. And it feels as if there may be a feeling of people being robbed of that lately. And, this just feels like it's showing itself in the chaotic ways that we have been seeing. Carrying on from that theme here seems to be, again, we're seeing another child in the middle here with the Page of Swords. So you've got the Ace of Pentacles here, which shows some offer of support towards the children of today. But of course here we've got conditioning going on. So it's trying to work out exactly the psychological reasons behind it. Throwing money at it isn't just going to make it go away. But it feels like people are, and the leaders are aware of this, and this is why everything is happening so slowly. From what I can see here, there is a big slowing down after all the fast chaos of last month. It seems like things are being looked at, the deeper reasons why things have happened the way that they have this last month. And this also shows here in the last one, interestingly, I just keep seeing bars with these two cards here. You have the Nine of Wands, which is a very, very tense card. And then you have the Hangman, which is, you know, in some ways it's quite tense, but in some ways it's quite gentle as well. And what's interesting is that the moon this month, the full moon is in Pisces, which is ruled by the Hangman. So it's talking about going into the realm of the subconscious. We're going that deep into our psyches this month. And it feels as if there's a lot of things that need to be figured out personally, and as we've seen generally, that actually need to happen. So what you've got here is that sense of everything slowing down this month, coming to a halt, until we can work out what it is that is actually standing in our way, what it is we're actually hung up on, before we can, as you can see, the last card, let go. So this month is all about getting to a place of being able to basically go so into ourselves and help ourselves understand ourselves that we can get to a place of peace. And if everybody could do this individually, if everybody could make a pact to give peace a chance, I'm kind of saying that because that's all that's been going through my head lately, is that song by John Lennon of Giving Peace a Chance, but I won't sing it to you, I'll spare you. So yeah, my singing skills leave a lot to be desired. I'll stick with the day job, thank you very much. Anyway, going back to the tarot, it's basically just saying that, you know, we really do need to examine ourselves. The peace starts with the self, and this month is International Peace Day, and on the 21st, just after Mercury conjuncts, just after that, Mercury conjuncts the new moon in Libra, which is fantastic because that basically shows go-aheads and communications and new starts for negotiation, pieces and deals. But it feels like until that time, towards the end of the month, everything's going very slowly because there's a lot to examine. There is a lot to work out. But the energy of Pisces is really here to help us work it through. So I was quite amazed to see this such hung up place here with the Nine of Wands, so tense, getting to this place of complete stillness until we can work out exactly what it is we're so attached to, and then we can let go, and of course peace can come in. And this is a general reading for you and what you may be going through this month as a collective. You know, these readings are as a collective, so it's very general information that can be applied to you personally around the themes of this month, and also of course around society, as we are part of the micro and the macro. We all come together. Now I'm going into another Beatles song, you know, and we all make the difference, but we only make the difference if we look at what we can do to get to the place where we can just let go and get to that really peaceful place. And that comes from understanding. It's not just making a decision to let go, it's about deep, deep understanding. And the Pisces full moon and the Mercury retrograde of last month now going direct are all working towards that understanding, as well as the other planets this month. There's a very, very, very strong peaceful theme going on. So all the slow energies, that's part of the peace as well. You know, everything's just calming down. So try not to think, oh God, nothing's moving, nothing's getting done, blah, blah, blah. That just creates more conflict or resistance with your outer world. Just see it as actually what this is all about is peace.